What did you think when Mike Tyson confronted TK Kirkland?
I thought TK didn't know. TK looked like a German Shepherd. Like, whoa. And I know TK's we've been in some rough places. You don't know, TK was my road. We used to hit that road. So he done been, guns pulled on him and all that, but he was looking like, does Mike know this is entertainment? He was looking nervous, like he didn't know the way out. Like he wasn't like he was gonna haul off and hit him. You know what I'm saying? He was like stuck. Like he looked like a German Shepherd.
Well, I mean, I talked to him about it. I just brought him in recently. And we talked about that situation. He said, hey, I didn't know whether he was going to snap or not, so I just changed the subject. And It worked. In the interview, Mike Tyson talked about how he had these millions of dollars.
Yes.
And yet he hated himself. And you said, come on, Mike, you didn't really hate yourself.
Right.
And what did Mike say?
And Mike said, who the fuck are you to tell me I ain't shit? And I'm looking at him because I didn't know where he was going with that energy. And hearing different stories from around the world and people like, oh, Mike was about to jump in TK's ass and this and that. And I want people to know that me and Mike Tyson have been friends for over 40 years. We're good friends. And in that interview, I saw that my energy and the positive side that I have of myself to uplift other people, Mike didn't give a fuck. So my thing to myself was allow him to go down that path and not try to encourage him that he's a better man. Just let it go.
Smart.
And it worked.
So about those Dodgers, Mike.
These are the droids you're looking for.
Matter of fact, Damon Wayans has a hilarious joke. Damon Wayans said, if Mike Tyson wanted to fuck you, the toughest thing I can say is, how long you gonna fuck me, Mike? That's what that reminded me of. So, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tyson got a little annoyed with me at one point.
Did he?
In the interview. Yeah.
I mean, he's Mike. I mean, that's part of his whole.
Well, he's Mike. He's real. Like he's 100% Mike Tyson.
He's a tiger.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Don't let the cartoons and the Broadway shows fool you. He's still Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. Anyone who was our age looked up to this guy as the greatest ever. In boxing. It just is what it is.
He's a tiger.
He's a tiger.
And tigers, you ever see somebody petting a tiger?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And the tiger say, fuck you doing?
No, you don't want to pet the tiger. Leave the tiger
alone.
That's
what it is. It's like he's
just throw the tiger some raw meat and have him do his tiger thing.
Listen, one of his best friends, Black, I was like, you know what? You and Mike remind me of it. I'm like, how? How? But because I've only met Mike Tyson two times. When he shows up at the Comedy Store with the Lamborghini massive truck, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and then at the Beverly Hills Hotel, we were outside. Something always pleasant. Always pleasant.
Cool dude. Listen, like I said, we had a little moment there, but he got over it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
just said, there are no droids here.
No, what had happened was off camera, he's asked me about all these street guys that I interviewed, like Keefe D and Brian Glaze Gibbs, and he's like, yo, what do you I know those guys, blah, blah. So I hopped in and asked a couple of questions at the end, after Zab was done. And I said, oh, it seems like you're cool with a lot of street guys. And Mike was like, what do you mean by that? And I'm like, okay. Here. I've seen this with TK and Boosie, but here I am. I said, well, it just seems like y'all are cool. He's like, what are you trying to say? And I'm like, okay, let me choose my next few words very carefully.
Funny how?
What am I, clown for your amusement?
A fucking clown for your
It kind of felt like that. On some real shit. It kind of felt like the Joe Pesci, Goodfellas scene. It kind of felt like that for a second. I said, well, it just seemed like you guys have a lot of mutual respect for each other. He's like, yeah, well, I grew up with guys like this, and they took care of me when I was young. So now when I got money, and it was just gone. At that point, all the tenseness and the suspicion and all that was just completely gone, and we're going on to another topic.
Yeah,
but he's a tiger. You're right. Like, I may have rubbed the tiger the wrong way at that point, and he's like, hey.
Funny how.
And we're like, oh, come on, man. No, let him talk. Let him talk. He's a grown boy. Come on. Clown for your amusement.
No.
No.
I'm fucking amuse you.